Hello everyone and welcome to my stream. How is it going? How are you? There I am indeed. I have returned with the voice and not with the mutedness. Good words again today. And I have found Ryutsum because Ryutsum was hiding. I think, as we all know, Kazutsum is still in gay baby jail. And if you didn't know, now you know. Kazuma? Oh, Poggy Pocket, thank you so much for the gift subs. I just found my pipe here. Maybe I can try and wait, where's this on the... Oh, I can't even put the pipe here on it. Thank you so much for the gift. Oh my god, it's happening again. Oh god, drowning. Drowning, by which I don't mean that I want to discourage gift subs. I do appreciate it. And Noodle, thank you so much for resubbing for 10 months. 10 months? I feel so old. I'm like almost what do you call that? I'm almost wait, what? And another LC as well. Oh my god. Thank you so much for 10 months and I appreciate y'all so much. I'm almost a Twitch toddler. Is that right? Because at 10 months, you are like kind of starting to walk or something, right? So I'm nearing my toddler age, which means I am just about still useless, but more of a burden to society. Is that how it works? Whoa, the Scarecrow 65. Thank you so much. 3 months already. The 3-month anniversary. Toddler the uncle. Uncle Mark the toddler. Uncle Mark the toddler. That's who I am. Toddlers out here catching straight. I mean, let's be honest. Toddlers are not really contributing much to society, all right? And I'm not criticizing it. I'm just saying it's the truth. You know? But they have a future for which they... in which they will contribute, possibly. I don't know. I mean, I might be contributing, I think, somewhat to society. I hope. I hope that is what I'm doing. And we've got new first-time chatters as well. Every time, like, it's so sweet that people are still finding me, and like, I love it. Lord, and your name is even sweet. Lord de Sweet. Lord de Sweet. There was another one I saw earlier as well. Bella Math. Bella Math. How are you, Bella Math? Do you like math? Or is that another math? Is there another math? Math can also be like polymath or something, right? So it doesn't have to be mathematics or something. Least we get evil Mark. What do you mean evil Mark? And hair? I have hair. I do have hair, yes. So I was, for those of you who weren't there yesterday, my good friend Mia from the channel Fumia, she was streaming us playing D&D yesterday, and it went all very swimmingly and not at all chaotic, just like we both like it. My character had his hair zinged off by the laser shot at me from a zombie seagull. So he now has a reverse mohawk, which is also a sort of male pattern baldness kind of look. So I don't know if that's permanent or something. Maybe I'll roll for that next time. But I reject it. I don't want to be a bald character. But hello, and Verathena. Hello, can't stay for very much. Wanted to say that you've been catching up with the VODs and you've been having a great time. That is so sweet. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I'm just uploading the VODs and people seem to still watch them, and I very much like that. Thank you so much. I was saying, I don't know if anybody can tell, but last time I had bought a new camera. And the camera was fine, right? Like it was fine. You could see me and everything, and like everything was fine. But somehow, I'm not saying I'm vain. This is not vanity, and this is obviously following on from rejection of boldness and my D&D character. But yes, exactly. Let's call it. I had technical difficulties. That's the problem. And but I also didn't like how I looked in there. It was just like sort of the colors weren't right, and it was just like. So I've bought a new camera. So this is not my iPhone. This is just a brand new camera. Oh, and we got thumbs as well. So, ooh, and a floating head. Look at that. So yeah, well, I think it's handy. It's handy. I'm not looking at my phone, but it's handy to like have the phone separate, because I can just kind of leave the camera here, and then I don't have to, like, I don't know, fiddle with it or something like that. It makes things easier. So let's I read that using the iPhone continuity cam's like function is a drain on the processing power. So hopefully this will make things smoother and a slower chance of there being an issue. Did I hear the Silksong news? I did hear Silksong coming out, which is very exciting. I only played Hollow Knight this year, I think, for the first time. So I'm kind of new to it, but I did enjoy it. So, yeah, Silksongs. I mean, freaking, like, seems like to be one of the most anticipated games in a really long time. So that's pretty cool. Plus, wait, when did I do the last stream? When did the Black Myth Wukong sequel was announced this week, right? If I'm not mistaken. So, this week, I think on Wednesday at Gamescom. That's right. Or on Tuesday? Maybe Tuesday. But yeah, Black Myth. Oh, I don't want to say it wrong. I think it was Zhong Kui or something like that. Which is freaking exciting. Like I didn't know anything about that, just in case you're wondering. And I'm not gonna again, I don't know anything about anything, but obviously I would like there to be also more monkey stuff. And wait, what was the hold on, game set? I don't wanna misquote anything. But just to be very clear, what did it say on the website? There was a Q&A. It was a Q&A. Zhong Kui. FAQ. Why announce Black Myth now? And then, hold on, what just appeared on my screen? I just had a message on my screen and then it disappeared. So, yeah, because there's a thing that says, why Zhong Kui now? Why not a Black Myth Wukong sequel first? And then blah, blah, blah. They're saying stuff. Well, let me just read the whole thing. Thanks to the unwavering support from our players, the first Black Myth title has landed safely. Upon completing the journey with the Destined One, we now aspire to take a tentative first step to build more distinct game experiences, to challenge ourselves with bolder features, and to bring fresh ideas to our world and narrative design. Zhong Kui came as a natural choice, born of that aspiration and other contributing factors. We are confident that in this new project, we can make refreshing changes, create new things, while taking a hard look at our past flaws and regrets. And to all friends who love Black Myth Wukong, the westward journey won't end here. Dun dun dun! He laughs sneakily in the background. That is just from their website, just to be very clear. This is no special announcement that I'm making, because we as actors know nothing. We are completely stupid, and we just read whatever's on our screen. And that is the truth. So, anyway, but what else was I gonna do? Another big announcement is that I'm completely unemployed from this week. So maybe I'll stream a bit more because I have not much else to do. It's been a long time that I was this unemployed. This is crazy. I have a few exciting auditions coming up, but other than that, just hanging out, just chilling. Just maybe I'll go on a holiday or something. I don't know. We'll see. But maybe I'll just, play games or something. Maybe that's the holiday that I need. Yeah, I did say the other day I want to do like maybe a gaming day with y'all if you want that. Like I think what is it, like a Jackbox Games thing? And maybe I'll do something with Mia at some point. And maybe I'll start another game. Maybe I should do Ghost of Tsushima. Because I did try the... I think the thing is with... When I tried... What's it called? Sekiro. It was really fun to play. I don't know how much fun I would have streaming that. Because it was like... It was just so difficult. I think I want to stream something that is a little less difficult. Because then it's not constantly just me dying. You know? Because that's just really hard, you know? Do you think you would like Peak? What's Peak? I don't know what's Peak. Oh, and maybe Baldur's Gate 3. I did think about that as well. Did you know that Andrew Koji wanted to play Jin Sakai in the movie? What do you mean? Did he say that himself? Or did he... I mean, I can imagine that. Yeah. And he's a great martial artist and everything. So, if y'all want to have a cute little, like, side mission or something... Koji and myself were very briefly in a little web series together, online. So if you want like to do some detecting or something, then you can find us doing a little web series together, just very briefly. Maybe AI can find this really quickly or something. But I think we did like a sort of dance in it. It wasn't just the two of us. It was like a group of people or something. But anyway. But aside from that, we are doing Great Ace Attorney today. And I am excited. I even, like a pro, briefly looked at the previous stream and kind of where we left off. Ever so briefly. And I do remember we have a French man and an Italian man. And we are questioning them about something. I don't remember what. But I think we'll find out. So let's go to gameplay. Are we ready to play? Peppino. That's right. Mr. Sandwich. Mr. Sandwich is not part of it now. We are ready to the red... Come on, Elsie. We've moved on to the redheads. How can you not remember? I mean, like, because I always remember everything in great detail. Right? Right, everyone? Way! And we can re-celebrate all these things. Does anybody know how I can have this not happen? I don't understand. It will just always be like this now, and that is just how it is. Because technology is too hard for Uncle Mark. Remember, I'm just a toddler. And toddlers don't know shit. So there we go. Start playing from this save game. Yes! The background is so big. Wait, what's happened? Oh, shit. What's going on? This is not correct. That's not what we want. Why did this happen? Oh, is this set on a... Why did this happen? What's going on? Hold on. What is my output? Oh, have I put it to 720p? For some reason, my output isn't... Maybe I did that in my... Why did I do that? Fine, but I can just do that here. And then it should be okay. Alright, well, we are now on 720p instead of 1080. Yeah, that should be fine. That should be good enough. Well, I don't like how my body is here now further. Wait, how do I... let me... Wait. I don't like this. I'm gonna make adjustments. I'm gonna move this here. I like symmetry and clean lines. There we go. That's better. Ah, do you see how the line here is very, very clean now? Ooh, and go straight into the chat. Ooh, yeah. I find that very satisfying and upsetting when it's not the case. I don't know why. It's so fresh and so clean. I like this camera. Doesn't it look nice? What do y'all think? I think it's nice. Does it have a good... It's also actually... Oh, it's interesting because it's auto-focused on a face. So unless I obscure my face, it's not gonna focus on my finger. Because it's like, hey, face priority. But then face go away. Finger priority. Kadoosh. All right. Let's see if we can solve this. Because I kind of remember this being really complicated. And I didn't figure it out. I was too confused. She's so companion coded Larian Akau. Wait, what? I don't even know what's happening. Right. What is the question here? We had more than 1,000 red-headed people assemble in the park on Lime Street that day. But I don't recall the man in this photograph, Capo? Which photograph? No, I don't remember him, and obviously he is dead now, or that's Toby, alors. But I assure you, he was not in the park. Ah, now I remember. It's obviously because they had a, they had a, what is it called? A job listing, and said that they'd want to hire a new red-headed person, and they would pay the red-headed person like £4 a day or £4 a week or something like that. So all these red-headed people came, or actually people just in wigs, to pretend that they're red-headed, and that's what happened. Am I correct? Did I do this right? I think I did, hopefully. But I assure you, he was not in the park. Allora, these victims have nothing to do with us. You have a lot to answer for, Peppino. It is your fault that we got caught in the first place. Allora, Stupid Peppino. It is your fault we got caught in the first place. Did I do a lot of guessing last time and not figure this out, I think? Or no, it was like close to the end. This victim is nothing to do with us. No, I don't remember. Obviously he's dead now. I don't recall the man in this photograph. We had more than 1,000 red-headed people. Okay, so let's see. What do we know? Inspector Gregson's pocket watch. I think I did like a lot of presenting of the wig or something, and it didn't work, did it? Or did I present anything on this one yet? Maybe I haven't. Maybe I haven't presented anything. Freestanding notice board, completely covered in notes and articles. So what does it, let's say, what does it say in the newspaper? Well, on account of the bequest of the late Ezekiah Hopkins of Lebanon, PA, USA, there is now another vacancy open which entitles a member of the league to a salary of £4 a week for purely nominal services. All red-headed men who are sound in body and mind and above the age of 21 years are eligible. Apply in person on the morning of the 31st at the large park on Lime Street. The most fantastic money-making opportunity. Right. An advertisement from the newspaper that's entitled To the Red-Headed League. It seems somewhat suspicious in nature. It's found on a desk at the scene of the crime. A flame red wig found at the scene of the crime on Fresno. Presumably, it belonged to Inspector Gregson. The murder weapon found at the scene of the crime on Fresno. Probably best to avoid handling it. A model of British policeman found at the scene of the crime on Fresno Street. The key comes out. The top of one of the candles appears to have been blown off. And we got Clint Van Zeeks. Look at a handsome fella. Xiao Dao, what's going on, man? Yo, everyone, we got a celebrity in the chat, man. What's happening? Everybody, Xiao Dao is an eminent musician and a rapper, an anime rapper. Y'all should check him out. He's freaking awesome. We met at unless it's somebody pretending to be him, which would be funny. But no, Xiao Dao, yeah, is Apparently 69 years old, or so he keeps saying, which I just cannot believe. But you know what? H ain't nothing but a number. And Xiao Dao is also, though, playing Great Ace Attorney with his, how old is your son? Very young son. And we met at the Anime Con in Birmingham. So if some of you would have been there, you might have seen him perform. And but he came up to me and he was like, "Oh my God, I love your game," and he made me, "Yo, Xiao, you make me feel very special because it's like you were like a fan of me," and I was like, "What, me?" And it was very sweet, and I freaking loved it. I'm 69 years young. I'll have you know. But yeah, it's and he's got a beautiful son and a beautiful wife and is very, very talented. So he's got it all, that bastard. He's got it all, that Xiao. But no, check him out. He has great music. I'm sure he's also like on Spotify and all that, right? You finished the game, man. Look, I'm so slow. I'm so bloody slow. I mean, everybody in chat can probably attest to the fact that I'm just incredibly slow. But it's fine because here for the ride, right? We're here just to have a good time, not a quick time. I'm thorough. I like that perspective. I'm a pro gamer at my own speed. I'm just not a speed runner. We have a video together. That's right. That's right. We did a video together. I mean, it was all you. Basically, like Xiao was like kind of like, "Hey, I have an idea. We should make a video." And he was like editing the thing on the way to the restaurant in the evening. And I was like, "Man, I'm impressed by your work ethic." Also, I'm like, I should take a page out of your book. I don't know if lazy is the right word. It's hard for me to get myself into gear. But because you do like your whole own thing, I guess you have to kind of do it all yourself. For me, it's like this weird thing. It's like I get most of my work through my agents, and they're kind of like, "Oh, here's an audition," and then I apply, and then I get a job. So it's like, and you can kind of try to get more work as a voice actor, but I guess I haven't had to. But Xiao has an amazing work ethic and is an amazing performer. So, yeah, check him out. Check him out. I'm sure Lord Van Zeeks doesn't mind waiting for his innocence. His innocence? He ain't innocent. He's guilty. Oh, no, maybe in this case he is kind of innocent. Maybe he is kind of innocent. But yeah. Thanks so much for popping by, though, Xiao. Man, that's really sweet and a lovely. Oh wait, I haven't done this in a while. I can make VIP Xiao Dao music. Boom. You're a very important person. It's been a while that we've had with VIP. Also, small side note. Xiao Do. Oh, I'm so sorry. Xiao Do. Oopsie. Wait, do you have kanji characters for it? Xiao Do? So is Xiao Do. Xiao Do. I don't know. Do you have kanji characters for it? Or is it all? Is it Do? Would it be in katakana Do? Because for those so Xiao Do also sings in Japanese, so sings in Japanese and in English, or raps in Japanese and in English. Also sings. Do you sing as well? I think you sing and rap, don't you? I have the music for this game in your gym playlist. Oh my God, maybe I should do that. I always listen to podcasts in the gym, but anyway, you have kanji. Oh, I should check out your kanji. He may be innocent of this, but he's not innocent in general. Yeah, you're right. Well said, Noodle. Well said. Just got back from Japan. Oh man, I gotta go back to Japan as well. It's been a while. Anyway. Let me see if I can figure out. So if I can figure out, I'm at the place now where what am I trying to say? I'm trying to figure out what the hell is wrong with these two red-headed people. It's Xiao. Oh, the way of Xiao. That makes sense. Xiao Du. Shadow. God forbid Barak does anything. Yeah, God forbid. He shouldn't do anything. He should just sit and do nothing. Because he just keeps prosecuting the wrong people. He gets things wrong all the time. A plan of the small room in the building of flats on Fresno Street, where the body of the victim, Inspector Gregson, was found. Freestanding notice board. Are we gonna add incoming already? Bloody ads. It's alright. At least I get a few pennies for my dinner since I'm unemployed. I need the ad revenue, please, so I can pay rent. I don't recall the man in this photograph. Doesn't recall the man. No, I don't remember him. Don't worry. This is gonna take a while, I think. And obviously he's dead now, but I assure you he was not in the park. So is there a way for me to know whether or not he was in the park? There's not a way for me to know if he was to know if he was in the park. Alora's victim is nothing to do with us. You have a lot. It is your fault that we. So what does this mean? What do you mean by that? What indeed? Cavolo, you promised not to say, capo? After we had taken all the money that day, we should have left the country. That was my plan. I left the purchasing of the tickets for the ferry to Dunkirk to my companion here. Oh, that's what happened. But he bought them for the wrong day. Oops. See, but it is an easy mistake to make, eh? The first, the 31st, eh? Buff. I have no sympathy for you. We were an all day late for the boat because of your stupidity. Alors, eh? And it's only because of this that the so-called great red-headed detective caught us. Capo, you know what I think? This is the work of God. It is a holy punishment. Peppino, for the last time. This is not only punishment. This is only your fault. Don't blame God. Don't blame God for your unholy mistakes. You are making... wait, who's speaking? I'm confused. De Rosso? You are making me sick with anger. Maybe I make a mistake, but when it's time to eat the pasta, no one is at the pasta. And I've seen the evidence. Right, they haven't told us much we didn't already know. What do you think, Mr. Naruhodo? Well, if it was in the inspector's diary, it seems likely that he must have gone to Lime Street that day. And yet these two both claim they didn't see him. I have to say, they don't appear to be telling lies. Well, they are experts in deception, don't forget. Sounding plausible is their specialty. They may be lying simply to avoid being implicated in this case as well. Surely, if they were truly experts in deception, they wouldn't have been caught. Well, yes, you do have a point there. Susato, always so smart. Why are you always so smart, Susato? It seems to me like we need more information. Definitely. Information is always good. Is it possible that maybe it can't be 1,000 people? Do I have a... The flats on... We don't have a map, do we? 1,000 people seems like a lot. But we don't have a map where we can see how big the street is or something like that. No. More than 1,000 red-headed people. Seems like too much. And a younger is presumably model of a British policeman. Death. What else does it say in the autopsy report? No, this is not relevant. This is the room, not relevant. No hints quite yet. Until I always try to like kind of figure it out myself. But when I get completely stuck, then I'll start asking for very hinty hints that are like very indirect. Oh yeah. I have a code word, Clippy. When I ask for Clippy, like the Windows Clippy, which actually I saw also. There's a YouTuber, what is it, Louis Rossmann, who asked everybody to make their profile picture Clippy. So I saw a lot of people basically have their profile picture now as Clippy. And I was like, was that because of me? It's like, no, it's not because of me. But hold on. Wait, so it's not 1,000. I don't recall the man in this photograph. I don't remember. Obviously, he's dead now, but I assure you. I mean, like, if this was if he says there's 1,000 people, how can he be sure that he was not in the park? That doesn't make sense. That's like a contradiction, isn't it? Like, he's not gonna remember everyone. That seems a bit crazy. Everything is because of me. Oh, thank you, Stream Sams. Everybody's changing their profile pic to mine. Oh, what's up, Paradise? How you doing? I assure you he was not in the park. How can he be sure? How could he be sure? That doesn't make sense. Death was instant from close range. What does it say on this thing again? Yeah, detailed the whole rough the case dating back. No, 10 years ago. The same red-headed league advertisement that Mr. Sholmes had picked out. Do you remember there was a red hairpiece at the scene? Yeah. There's a bloody hair. Freestanding completely covered in notes and articles related to victims. I mean, did I already present the notice board? This victim is nothing to do with us. I feel like maybe I've already done this. Have I already done this? Presented the notice board? I feel like I have already done this. Yeah, no, that's wrong. Nah, okay, that's wrong. That's wrong. Unhappy. I lost a life. Lost a life. Change my profile pictures to Mark. No, we don't need to do that. That's too far. But I like the thought. Thank you for the supportive thought, Stream Sams. I appreciate that. I don't recall the man in this photograph. We had more than 1,000 red-headed people. More than 1,000 red-headed people assembled in the park on Lime Street that day. Well then, how can he know this for sure? What other evidence do I have? A flame red wig found in the scene of the crime on Fresno Street belongs to. None of this makes sense. How can he be sure? I'm gonna press him on this.
Hold it!
But according to what you've said, you spoke with 1,000 or more. Oh, so he asked this as well. 1,000 or more people that day. Oui, that's true. My eyes were burning by the end of the day. Surely then you can't actually remember every single face. How are you so certain that this particular man wasn't present? Normally, oh, it was because of the mustache. The red hair is very distinctive, eh? But not when you have 1,000 redheads crowding around. Then it's just an eyesore. But if there was some other information you could give us, maybe then we could recall. That is not the line, Peppino. Remember, we do not remember him. We are sure of that factor. If there was a man with a red hairpiece, but his mustache did not match the color, then I do not think I could have forgotten him. Kazuma said these two had only been shown that photograph. And they'd been told nothing else at all. But what if I fed them just... Oh! We've already done this part. And last time I said fish and chips, so maybe I have to just feed them something else. Maybe that's what it is. Let's try his profession. I can certainly appreciate that just knowing the man had red hair wouldn't help you remember him in this situation. But what if I told you that the man in the red hairpiece was actually a detective? The man in the photograph, a detective? Yes. It would appear he found your notice in the paper suspicious and decided to investigate incognito. Sorry, but this changes nothing. Ah, see? We got a little further. Excuse me. Oh, excuse me. Excuse me. Do I sound older than like 5 years ago? Excuse me. Something to add, Mr. De Rossi? Che? Sì, I am always adding something, a parmesano, olive oil, pepper. Because I'm at a Peppino. What I mean is, did you not agree with your friend's last remark by any chance? What did he just say about the detective? Yes, that. Keep your mouth shut, Peppino. You have said enough already. But why, Capo? What is the problem? You look so sad. I'm so happy. There was a man who said I'm an inspector from a Scotland Yard. What? Oda! Explain this volte-face in your testimony, witness. It's a simple. A man was at the park. There was no such man. Madai, what are you saying, Capo? Have you forgotten, eh? I have forgotten nothing. Nobody like this came to the park. Hold on. Filling up my drink. Filling up my static. Time for more static. How's the static today? Oh my god, it's so orange. It's barely see-through. It's a little staticky, but not super static. If you're new to this channel and popping in, this is just a little tradition. Like when this is the right color, it makes me invisible like a ghost. Or it looks a little bit staticky. So I just drink static. I don't know why. It just happened. Maybe the white balance is different in this camera. I really like this camera. This camera's nice. Good camera. I like it. Maybe now that I have this camera, I can also put like a Amazon affiliate link or something underneath it. Should I do that on my YouTube? Maybe I can do that. And they're like, hey, that is my camera. It's so good. You should get it too. But only if you want to. Like, don't buy anything you don't need or don't have the money for. Please. Please. But if you're on YouTube, you can like and subscribe and leave a comment. For example, you can tell me what your favorite drink is. Or something like that. I don't know. Is that how you drive engagement? I don't understand the internet. Or kitchen is coming for you. Kitchen and there's... I'm going to stop my thought there. Kitchen will not come for you. Everything is safe. You're fine. I have forgotten nothing. Nobody like this came to the park. Basta, capo, basta. You beat me at the many things, but not two. The memory and the meals, eh? Is kitchen bringing... The kitchen is bringing food. That is what kitchen's bringing. That's a much better thought. Thank you. Thank you, Xiao, for a more constructive thought than my brain. Because my brain, there's a weird brain. Like I said, when it's time to eat the pasta, no one is at a fasta. He's so happy. But you are inferior to me in every other way, so shut up. Objection. Yeah, I object. I object. Trop tard. Ah, the damage is done. Indeed it is, sir. Ah, well, there was a man who came to the park and he said he was an inspector from Scotland Yard. However, he looked nothing like the man in the photograph. He was someone else entirely. How can you be so sure? Because, to start with, his face was completely different. See, it's true. It's true. The man who came was younger, much younger. His face was clean shaven, his eyes were sadder, his chin was thinner. No resemblance whatsoever, then? Wait, what did he say exactly? Oh, this must have been Sholmes, right? His face was clean shaven, his eyes were sad. Oh, that's definitely Sholmes. He has sad eyes, right? These kind of sad eyes that just makes you want to fix him. Anyway, I was not going to be fooled. I took the obvious precaution and said to him, if you are really a detective, show us the proof, eh? The proof. See, the capo here, he doesn't take no nonsense, eh? But he was well prepared. He said he had identification. Identification? You mean official police inspector's identification? That is most unconvincing. Sorry, my lord? Counsel? No incognito inspector would have offered his identification for inspection. It's quite out of the question. Definitely. Why would he expose his true identity? Clearly, the papers were fake. Certo, capo, you are a genius. As we say in Italia, it takes a thief to recognize another, right? And what happened after he announced that he was a detective? He became very annoying. He said, you are under investigation. So I took his papers from him and chased him out of the park. It was a fantastico. And look, here is the identification. What? Wait, they stole it from him? So you stole it from the man? He had it coming. He made us very scared because we are the criminals and he is the police. So it's scary, right? It's kind of like, you know, you are an antelope and there's a lion. So it's logical you have to steal the passport from the lion. Makes sense, thank you. But he wasn't not who he said he was. Indeed. The person described does not appear to have behaved as a true inspector would. However, I believe it would be prudent for these identification papers to be entered into evidence. Great analogy, Peppino, right? Right? Thank you, thank you. But I like them. What does he like? Oh, the papers. He just wants to keep them. All right, let's inspect the identification papers. Now, let us return to the witness's testimony. All right, so we still got... I'm guessing I'm gonna have to present this on something now, aren't I? Ooh, let's open it. Let's have a look. Is it gonna be Sholmes? It's gonna be Sholmes. It's gonna be Sholmes. It's gonna be Sholmes. Oh, by the way, Xiao, what is your... If you're still in the chat, I don't know if you are. But if... how is your music... Is your music... Would I be able to stream any of your music, is basically what I'm asking. Or would it be copyrighted? If I wanted to, like, I don't know, show your music or like have it like even as background or something like that? I don't know. What's your policy on that? I don't know. Is there like automated stuff? Not that I... Yeah, just curious. Got it. Okay. That makes sense. We can do that sometime. We can do a little Xiao concert. Well, do you stream actually, Xiao? Do you stream your concerts? I should check that out. That's the future, maybe. Future of live performances, having it go out to the world also, maybe. That's how we can improve our productivity. Sometimes. All right, fair enough. Anyway, good to know. Thanks for letting me know. Well, I suppose we should see what this inspector's identification looks like inside. Who is it? Oh, wait, I forgot. This is a long time ago. They don't have pictures, do they? I thought there would be a picture. Yes, it definitely looks fake, doesn't it? Out of interest, what name is given? Probably just some... No, hold on. Plucked out of the air. It's... Tobias Gregson. Okay. Wait, what? What? This Scotland Yard insignia looks genuine to me. But how? Oh, Sholmes stole it, didn't he? And the department and identification number details are all correct as well. Since when have you known those? Do you mean to say... I know it seems incredible, but yes. I think this is a genuine identification book issued by Scotland Yard. But that's unbelievable. This is the real thing after all. The details of the inspection have been updated in the court record. Well, now that I have this, then obviously I can present that on this. Easy. I wonder if I could ask you to examine this identification book very closely, my dear Peppino. What? Oh, Miss Lestrade? Wait, what? What's happening? I know exactly what's going on. Why, Miss Lestrade? Yeah, why? Why? I know exactly. What is your intention here, Counsel? Is this really a fake? Or is it genuine? That's the question which we can't answer ourselves. Objection! Don't be ridiculous. No Scotland Yard detective would allow his or her identification to be stolen. That is the boss's. No question about it. can't be. As I suspected all along. Haha. Ho ho. I knew. Haha. The undercover detective who attended the Red-Headed League's enrollment on the day in question was the real Inspector Gregson, carrying out an incognito investigation. Zut alors! Ota! Ota! But if the boss had his identification stolen, he would have reported it straight away. I mean, he was always on at me about it. If you lose something, report it at once, he'd say. Could it be then? So maybe it was stolen after he died. That the inspector was physically unable to report it because he was dead. Physically, what are you saying? Unable to. You're not suggesting. Yes, it's quite possible that he was killed before he had the chance to report his identification stolen. No. No. What do you mean no, Kazuma? Get used to it. I'm Ryunosuke. I'm the ace attorney, the great ace attorney, and I solve all crimes. Is that my job? No, I mean, I win all cases. Ota! 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 The defense posits that the victim was killed the day before his body was discovered at a different location. Wait, what is the meme? It's ace attorneying time. It's actually said in the movie, right? Do you two have anything to say about that? I know nothing. I done it nothing. Pull yourself together, Peppino. You can behave a little more like a master criminal than that, no? Now I wish I had returned to Italia. Crying, Peppino, please. Otherwise Let me stop you whining and start talking. Well, I believe the court will need to hear your story. I know that nothing. I done nothing. But you will tell everything or face the worst possible outcome. You will dry your eyes and testify again about these identification papers and the precise circumstances under which you came by them. Crying out loud. I mean, don't, but... Oh, Jesus. I need a sip here. To rehydrate these vocal folds. Actually, they don't technically get rehydrated by drinking. But anyway. The Russes. We took him prisoner and kept him for the night at our secret hideout. Wait, what? Even though I didn't think it was a real detective, I was too scared to let him go that day just in case. We took the man's identification from him and shut him in the room next to ours. There might have been a little tussle, but we did him no harm, and the next morning we let him go. He spent the night in a nice room. It was nothing like a prison. Excuse me. This is outrageous. You imprisoned the man.
But it was not like a prison. It was like a beautiful, like a holiday home. Yes, just for a night. It's a nice, yeah. And I made the spaghetti. It was very delicious, and he was all good, very well fed. Okay, I see. I make good spaghetti. You try. He was a very comfortable and calm and happy. All good. Please don't come for me, Italians. It's just for fun, okay? It's just for fun. It's not serious, okay? It's all just stupid, okay? I make a stupid German accent as well. I make a stupid French accent, stupid Scottish, stupid American. All a stupid accent, okay? It's not a problem. Yes, thank you, okay? Ai capo. Ai capo. Can I say wahoo? What is a wahoo? We French love. Oh, merci beaucoup. Alors, moi, I love the French as well. So it's only with amore. Much amore. It was never part of my plan. I swear it. I show my teeth. Should I? I have already. No, I was just gonna do another thumbnail moment, but I've already put him on thing on the last stream. This one, so I need to do a different one. Anyway, it was never part of my plan. I swear it. Oof. So you think it was my fault, eh? Ridiculous. Just because I got the date of the ferry wrong by one little day, just one day, just one tiny little day. Ridiculous. I do not think it was your fault, Peppino. I know it. No. Per favore, capo. It's not fair, okay? It's not fair. My Dutch accent was so good it's offensive. Really? As in, but only in Dutch. I think my Dutch in Dutch is actually good, but I don't think I'm very good at doing a Dutch accent in English. I because it's who do I think of? I think sort of like of Mark Rutte, and I was like, but what like the Dutch accent in English is like it's for some. Ik moet een beetje Nederlands praten en dan gewoon in het Engels wisselen en dan is het niet zo belachelijk, toch? So if I just keep my mouth sort of in that position and then I can think about what it would be in. Not written. No, you're right. I do not like that man. I do not like him very much. I just sort of sometimes when I was practicing the accent, I looked at him. But he's a bit of a weirdo now. He said some really weird shit. For those of you who don't know, like, look it up. Look up what Mark Rutte said about a certain orange man. Very disgusting. Anyway, you shall have plenty of time for squabbling back at the prison, gentlemen. Yes, I don't believe this. How could he have been a real detective? It's not impossible. He had like the police document and was a real detective. So strange. I would not have expected. Yeah, crazy.
Counsel for the defense, proceed with the cross-examination.
So. Oh no. So, on the day before the incident, Gregson spent the night confined in this pair's hideout. And then he left and went to another hideout. Cross-examination time. The detective and the identification.
Okay, we already read all of this, right? Okay. Even though I didn't think... Let's see if we could figure it out. Even without pressing. But we are gonna press anyway because that's fun. Okay. Kept him for the night at a secret hideout. Even though I didn't think he was a real detective, I was too scared to let him go that day just in case. Even though I was too scared to let them go. Okay. Because they were doing their scheming. We took the man's identification room and shut him in the room next to ours. There might have been a little tussle, but we did him no harm, and the next morning we let him go. Nothing like prison. Hmm. Why did they think he was not a real detective? We took him prisoner and kept him for the night. Okay. Alright, well, let's just figure out more stuff. Do you realize what you're saying? You have to believe me. I never intended for that to happen, I swear. And I'm sure the detective did not intend it either. Yeah. Not doy. Do you think? But there was nothing I could do. B, and nothing else. Nothing. No, impossible. This was the first crime for the capo. He was at the end of his wits. I have told you before, Peppino, that is not the way to describe a criminal mastermind, okay? Silly.
What about this hideout of yours?
An old empty house behind the park on Lime Street. Okay. We rented the place for 2 days. It was an inspired idea by the capo here.
An impulsive idea, I would say.
No, not impulsive. Inspired, capo? What am I supposed to say to that, Peppino? And it was in the house described that you confined Inspector Gregson, was it? Oui. Why does he have a stomachache from this? But you have to remember, I was under the impression that he was a pretender, not a real inspector, eh? That doesn't quite add up, though. If you didn't think the man was a real inspector, there would have been no reason to take him prisoner, would there?
Ooh, well deduced.
No, you are right. But we don't have a very good brain, you see? We do stupid things, eh? But we couldn't be completely certain. Even though I didn't think he was a real detective, I was too scared to let him go that day, just in case. Oh, we French can't stand your milk and your English breakfast tea. Is there a discussion about the tea, eh? To be fair, first time I came to the UK, I was very confused by the milk and the tea. It's fine. I actually don't really drink much tea. I drink coffee. So, but I grew up in Germany. You don't drink tea with milk. That's just not how we roll. But it's perfectly fine, perfectly valid. All ways to drink tea are valid. If you like it, that's what matters. Too scared? Why? Because why had he come to the park? We didn't know. There was a chance that he had seen through my plan. And even that was the case, he would go straight to the police station to blow a whistle on us. Even if he was just failing to be an inspector, he was up to no good, without a doubt.
I think most people would agree that it's you two who are up to no good.
Well, see, you may be right, capo? The point is, we were not able to escape from England immediately. That is why we had no choice but to take the man prisoner. What I don't understand is why the inspector felt the need to show you his identification in the first place. See, I ask myself the same question. We were writing down the names and addresses of all the people we took 5 shillings from that day. I have forgotten what name he said, but the address, it startled me. See, address, Scotland Yard, Homicide Division, he said.
That is insane. What? He probably didn't like your face, Peppino. Yeah? Anyway, I was not rude. Why is he being so mean to that little boy who clearly is in love with him? I just politely asked him why he said that. And that's when he started to say he was an inspector. Not long afterwards, he took out his identification. What was Inspector Gregson playing at?
Tell the court what happened next.
You took him back to your hideout, you say? See, we did. We took the man's identification from him and shut him in the room next to ours. That being this identification book here, correct? See, that is the one.
What made you believe that it was a forgery?
I never seen a real one, of course, but he was so suspicious, this man. Allora, I was thinking it must be false. Capo? It is just as Peppino has said, we were convinced it was not genuine, And so together, the hilarious brothers, we took the man captive. The hilarious brothers. All we did was shove him inside the locked room, Then we made the preparations to transport all of the money. In for penny, in for pound. What did he just say? Okay. Wait, what? Oh, inside a locked room. I thought he said locker room. I don't know why. My brain was confused. There might have been a little tussle, but we did him no harm. And the next morning... Well, you took his arm. And the next morning, we let him go. Hold it! Took his arm.
What do you mean?
What do you mean by a little tussle, exactly? Boss, it was nothing. Just a minor incident. The false inspector, he was a real piece of the work, capo? Is actually anyone here from Italy? I'm curious because we have got French people, Dutch people, we had Germans at some point. What about Spanish and Italian? I don't think there were that many people from... Oh my god, La Minarina is from Italy. I hope I am not breaking your heart with my Italian accent. I can say come ti chiami? Cosa fai qua? That's all I can do. I don't know anything else in Italian. Oh, I can say one sentence that's a little probably not nice, but I did it in my drama school, in our final show. My director asked me to play a character as an Italian. So I did an Italian accent because it was a drama school, and I was like, all right, I'll just, I want to, try this out. And there was one line in it I did in Italian, and it was, Che cazzo mi interrompi? He was not a very nice character. He was a psychopath killer. And he shouted, with translation is, I'm sorry. He was a we were playing, basically it was Antigone sat in like sort of gangster London of the 50s London. So we were gangsters. And so my character was a bit of a crazy guy. So he, it's not surprising that then you say the bad words. So apologize for that. We lacked of an Italian now what, because we had where else did we have? Obviously you have America, Canada, and US America. Was it also Latin America? Did we have people from Latin America? I forget. Do you speak French also, LC? I think you're from Canada, right? Do you speak French Canadian or something? Anyway, what happened?
Oof, it was a disaster. We give him a nice room, and what does he do, eh? In the middle of the night, he tries to escape through the ventilatore.
Can you blame him? We chased him, bien sûr, and we caught him again.
Can you blame us?
Yes. Wait, you didn't shoot the man in your haste, did you? There's an ad coming, and I suddenly need to pee real bad. So I'm gonna do that, and I'll be right back. See you in a minute. Bye. Hello, and we're back. I was just for a moment panicking because the audio was gone, but it's because we have a silent moment, isn't it? That's why. That's why. So it all makes sense. No need to panic. Technology. And by the way, also, I don't want to jinx it, but since all my optimizing, so far, no tech issues, right? Don't jinx it. But maybe part of this was, so that's why I set it to 720p. Maybe I will go back to 1080p next time and just see if we still manage. Let's see. Anyway, back to the game. It could also because nobody said... I'm sorry, what is that? I'm not even going to read that out loud. Stream Sams. Where did that come from? I feel like I've heard this before. Oh, God. Okay. Kazu Smug. Smug Kazuma. That's where we are at. Anyway, Ryunosuke, you didn't accidentally shoot the man in your haste, did you? Little Italian man. Zit, who do you think we are? Of course not. I simply caught hold of him again and took him back to the room. Our little Italian friend is what is he eating? What is in your mouth, eh? He's not a mouse, is it? You should not eat the mouse, okay? Excuse me. What's up in the wash 93? Where were you when Kazu Smug Ma broke the stream? Ah, do you remember? It was anno 2025. The time when the stream broke after the Smug Kazuma came out. Welcome to the chat in the wash. I hope you are clean because you've been in the wash. So you shall have a non-dirty mind, I'm quite sure. Right? Just like me, innocent until proven guilty. Mr. De Rossi, is something wrong? Me? Something Mr. De Rousseau just said seemed to make you, well, it seemed to make you act even more strangely than usual. What was that all about? A cavolo! At times like that, you don't want to have a capo after you, believe me. I like how he has like a big smile on his face while getting his boss that he loves so much into the shit. Trust me, you don't want to deal with him when he's angry. Oh, you don't like it. He might slap you, he might punch you, he might take his gun and put it in your face. He's not good, eh? You don't want to make him angry. Trust me. And I speak from the personal experience. Personal experience? That is enough, Peppino, eh? There is no need to say more. And the truth is, the night before we put the Red-Headed League into plan into action, I was a bit scared. It was not fair to the capo, but I tried to run away. It's a shame you didn't manage it.
But the capo here, he came after me like a turbine, eh? And he dragged me back into the house, kicking and screaming. I still have the bruise to prove, eh, capo, my dear?
Bruises, you see?
See, you wanna see, eh? You wanna see my fantastico bruises, eh?
That's enough now, Peppino. No one wants to look at any part of you.
Eh, what did you do, eh? I assure you, I don't, I assure you, I don't.
You do now.
Allora, if everybody wants to see, then I do it. Ecco, you see? Is still very visible, eh?
That red ring around your neck? You got that when you were dragged back to the house? Holy shit, man, that is a violent man.
See, the capo sometimes is very rough.
I said that's enough.
Peppino's neck is nothing to do with what we are talking about here. You have my word.
Yes. What is your opinion, Council?
About this red ring around Mr. De Rossi's neck. I wonder, does it matter? Probably not, right? It's not. I don't think it's relevant to this case, is it? Hold on. Oh, we almost had foliage. Hold on. Just adjusting my chair a wee bit.
I will say that maybe it is a little bit important, eh? It's possible, yeah?
Mr. De Rossi, I'm going to have to ask you. Where's the toilet? I mean, to amend your testimony with details about that mark on your neck. There's no mark on anyone's neck. What are you talking about? I'm right here, sitting very innocently. Just drinking my static.
Ay, capo, you see? Everyone is interested in what I say, eh? Eh? I'm so important,
Very well. You will amend your testimony as requested, Mr. De Rossi.
See, if you really want to know. He tried to escape, but the capo put the collar on him. The collare on him and dragged him back like what he did to me.
Oh my god, are they furries? Just put a collar on him? I'm sorry. Is that what's going on? Nothing. I said nothing. Don't clip that, chat. I said nothing. I'm innocent. Let's press him on that.
Hold it!
Are you saying that red mark was caused by...
See, a big collar made from leather. Oh my god!
A leather collar.
Is this true, Mr. De Rousseau?
What? We had a Saint Bernard at home when I was younger. He's a dog.
It is a souvenir from that time with a very strong chain.
Strong chain, you say? Hmm.
And you put that around your friend's neck? Why? Why would you do that, Mr. de Rousseau? I'm sorry, I was so angry that he was leaving me alone. I did not like that. I do not like to be left alone. You did not have to tie the chain to a leg of the bed, though. I would not have tried to run again. You didn't do that to Inspector Gregson as well, did you? And treat the people equally, said the capo here motto, yeah?
It's starting to sound a lot more like a prison all of a sudden.
And the capo is tough, but the capo is rough.
I shouldn't have done it. No.
So don't blame me, chat. It's the writers, okay? I'm just reading it out loud, okay? Not my fault. So the following morning, when you released the inspector, he had the ring around his neck, just like me. He's so proud to show off this ring. He's too proud. He's just... And then he just goes back to this phase where he just like, maybe I'm gonna take a. Is that the? I'm gonna take a screenshot of this. Maybe that will be the. Because when I do, hold on. Because the problem is, he's on the right. So if I were to want to make a thumbnail of this. There's the chat stuff on there, so it obscures his face. So that's what we did now. Your church is texting you? What, is your church also watching this stream? Is that what's happening? Hey church, how's it going? We are doing a very innocent stream of a very innocent game, as you can tell from the animation style. It's very child friendly. Now you know the capo here. You don't want to tangle with him, but for the inspector, it's not so bad, Not so bad. Chat, act normal. God is watching. He spent the night in a nice room. It was nothing like at a prison. Yeah, I'm not sure about that. You took away the man's freedom. However comfortable you make it sound, you were still holding him prisoner. If you say that, and then I say this. Ooh, now he's angry. There is something that takes away our freedom too. On the lack of the money. We're suffering without the money. So we are the prisoners as well, eh? All of us. Yes, see? Makes it a sense. No money, no freedom. This is the truth. It makes me mad and it makes me sad. What can we do, eh? Well... If you feel so disenfranchised, take money to court. It'll cost you, of course. Is he making a joke? It's because I'm making a joke. I can't quite tell. There you have it. You see, that is why we need the Red-Headed League to fight for the justice. Perhaps he has a point. No, Mr. Naruhodo, he does not. All we did was to give the man a comfortable place to sleep for the night. Oh, wrong button. And you say it was the prison, eh? Perhaps he has a point again. No. You forgot about the whole chain thing.
No, again, Mr. Naruhodo. You should have heard him snoring. He was very happy. Madai, if anyone was disturbed, it was us in our freedom of sleep.
Yes, Susato is very disappointed.
No, Mr. Naruhodo, please. Don't be such a fucking idiot.
Not much to go on, really.
Their testimony does make me wonder, you know? About this pocket watch belonging to the inspector, I mean.
Ah, yes. The one he treasured so much, apparently. If he was confined but not restrained, as the witnesses are implying, he would still have been able to wind his watch. That's very true. Yes. So did Inspector Gregson actually die while he was being held captive by these redheads? In which case, it is possible that these two young men are responsible for Inspector Gregson's... To be honest, I find that hard to believe. Perhaps we should try to find out exactly what happened. I think we found out everything that happened now.
Very wise, Mr. Naruhodo, yes.
Okay. Time to object. I mean, to... I just splashed myself with static. Right in the face. It's fine, it's just orange mango. Yummy. It's good for your skin. Okay, reset.
It wasn't on purpose, Elsie. It was all by accident. I swear, officer, it was an accident. I didn't mean to splash myself in the face.
Okay. True that we took him prisoner, Captain, even though I didn't think he was a real he was too scared to let him go, just in case. We took the man's identifier and shut him in the room next to ours. Okay. I feel like it's probably this one that we're gonna need to try to escape, but the capo put the collar and dragged him back, like what he did to me. Nothing like a prison. So we could probably... What is our... Okay, I think I know. Cause of death. Victim was shot in the chest at close range from the front, resulting in instant death. Scorch marks at point of entry. The bullet exited the wound from the caliber of gun used to match. Yeah, so we can present the autopsy report.
Objection.
Wait, no?
What?
But it's clear, like, he doesn't have a wound on his neck. Otherwise, it would say that in the autopsy report. Oh, come on. This was an obvious slam dunk by me. How dare you? This is an obvious contradiction. If he had been dragged back, then there would be wounds on his neck, and, like, they should be in the autopsy report. Come on, game. That was so correct. Yo, Shadowgeist. I'm gonna just call you out now. Cause earlier Shadow also said to not backseat. So just stop backseating, okay? I'll figure it out. Just chill. We just, I'll figure it out. Okay, it's all good. It's all good. We'll get there. You don't need to tell me what to find. We'll do it. It's all good. Anyway, back to it. I have a bud grain. We'll figure it out. And if I don't know, then I'll ask for your help. All right, let's do it. Which one would it be? I thought this would totally be it. Autopsy report. He tried to escape, but the couple put a 3... What would it be? Could it be the picture? Maybe it's the picture. Because we don't see any marks on him here. So then maybe it's the picture. There you go. It's the picture. So the day before his body was discovered, Inspector Gregson was taken prisoner while working incognito. No, it was not like that. It was hardly a prison. It was an invitation to stay. It was only... However you describe it, there's one glaring inconsistency that remains.
What inconsistency is this, Counsel?
I would ask the court to look closely at this photograph of the victim, Inspector Gregson. We see his neck. You will see that there is no red ring visible around his neck. But that makes no sense. It was me who took the collar of the man in the morning. See, Gregson didn't participate in the bondage. And I saw the red bruises on his neck, just like I have. Given that the mark is still clearly visible on this witness's neck. Autopsy report should have counted as well, right? Right? Thank you, Marizian. I think that's true. We'd expect to see bruising on the victim, who was put in the collar more recently than Mr. De Rossi.
Indeed, that is most peculiar.
But what we tell you, We say this from the beginning. Many times.
They were still imprisoning someone then, though, weren't they?
Oui, Peppino is right. The man in the photograph, he is someone different to the man we held captive that night.
So they just admitted to just keeping someone imprisoned.
Order, order, order.
It would appear then that on the day before the incident, the man who visited the park on Lime Street posing as an incognito inspector was not Inspector Gregson at all. Yeah, I found that out, not you. You did nothing. You did nothing, Kazuma. If that's true, however, how do you explain the inspector's identification?
I don't know.
This is a genuine identification book issued by Scotland Yard. It's inconceivable that someone could have stolen such an important item from the inspector. The prosecution made that assertion itself.
And we also know that the inspector had made a note about the red-headed leak in his diary for that day.
Which surely means we can't divorce the two events completely.
The inconsistency noted by the defense is most troubling. If it were the real Inspector Gregson whom these two red-headed gentlemen encountered, the fact that no bruising can be seen around his neck defies explanation.
But equally, if they actually encountered an imposter, how did that person come to be in possession of the real inspector's identification?
Does the defense have some plausible explanation, counsel?
The whole thing defies explanation.
It is for precisely these occasions that we keep meticulous notes in the court record, Mr. Naruhodo, because those are the facts, and the facts cannot lie.
No, the facts can't lie. Because they don't have a mouth. Even when they point to something so incredible, it's almost unbelievable. Well, my lord, the true identity of the person who turned up in the park for the red-headed leak's enrollment is revealed by information in the court record, I believe.
Good gracious!
Very tantalizing, Mr. Naruhodo. So why don't you help us all to see whatever truth it is that you've apparently seen?
Who exactly was this inspector that appeared before... Well, it's obviously an imposter. Though it seems incredible, I admit, the undeniable facts point to only one thing. Since no bruising can be seen on the victim's neck, the person who these two red-headed men took prisoner that day cannot have been Inspector Gregson. In other words, your whole argument up to now has been a waste of time. On the contrary, I haven't finished. What? There's no bruising on the victim's neck, so the question immediately posed next is, who exactly was this man in the park on Lime Street found to be carrying Inspector Gregson's identification?
See, that's right. We tell the same story every time. Whoever this man was, the capo dragged him from a pillar to a post with a dog collar. Mon Dieu, Peppino, I was not so harsh as you say, eh? So who was that the false inspector, eh? Who was he?
Clearly, the defense has an idea about that. About the true identity of the man these two imprisoned that night. I must ask the counsel for the defense to elaborate. Post haste! I kind of think it's Sholmes. Could it be anyone else? Because they said he's clean shaven and everything. Isn't it just Sholmes? Or this guy. Could be Sholmes, or it could be this guy. I think it's this guy.
Take that!
No, it's probably wrong, isn't it? Surely no secret. This is the identity of the imposter. Oh, really? On what grounds? Well... I said it was no secret, but that part is... Dear me, if ever a penalty was in order, it's now, I feel.
Yeah, that's well deserved. Like the punishment, the capo can lend you scolare if you want, eh?
Perhaps my learned friend needs to experience what it feels like to be dragged around the streets by the neck. Why are you smiling about this, Kazuma? That is so inappropriate. I don't even know what to say. I'm shocked. I'm shocked beyond belief. I'm gonna take this smug moment. Wait, should that be the thumbnail? Like, what did you say? What did you say, Kazuma? Outrage and shock. It's an outraged and shock face. Ah! What did you say? Why? My neck? No! Not my beautiful neck! Okay, that's my thumbnail. Wait, what minute was that in? I need to remember that. Was the emojis on screen as well? Jeez, Kazuma. He's very... Alright, I'll use my imagination. Thanks.
Well, Mr. Naruhodo, the red ring produced by the collar is clearly the crux of the matter here.
Yes, the bruising around the neck. I must ask the counsel for the defense to elaborate post haste. Who did the witness encounter in the past?
Okay, then fine. It must be Sholmes then, right? Is it going to be wrong as well? Am I going to die?
Take that!
Ah, shit. Yeah, so that's wrong as well. Okay, fine. It's all wrong. I'm all wrong. I did save earlier, though. Okay. Wait, what did it say with the bruising around the... Who has bruising? So who has a bruising around the neck? Does anyone have bruising around the neck? Ah! He does have bruising around the neck. Oh my lord. Ah. Okay then.
Take that!
He does have it. He has it.
Goodness me. Isn't that?
One of the witnesses who was in the stand in this very courtroom earlier today, clearly lying about something. A nameless man whose only occupation appears to be peddling hearsay to passers-by.
Objection!
Objection! What on earth would a street seller be doing with a police inspector's identification papers? Witnesses, is this the man or not? What has happened to his lip? See, this man is not for the red-headed leak. Is looking for the twisted lip league, no? Perhaps rather than making such a rash claim next time, you should bite your lip instead. It seems improbable, yes, but one undeniable fact remains. During his testimony earlier, I noted something around the man's neck. A red ring of bruising. Eh? What? You weren't paying attention, were you, Kazuma? Huh? Why don't you do your job? And, listen sometimes. Okay, Kazuma? Sometimes you need to just listen. The defense demands that Mr. Gossip be brought back to the stand. Huh.
Order. Order. Bailiff. Bring the aforementioned witness back into the courtroom. Immediately.
Oh dear. Yeah. Look at them all showing it off. They're so proud. They're so proud of their adventures.
Well, I never. An undeniable ring of bruising indeed. And identical to that of the witness beside him.
Now, what's going on here, eh? Eh? I've always had this, me. It's a birthmark, isn't it?
A birthmark, you say? I assume the reason you've been recalled to the stand has been explained to you.
Aye, what about an inspector again? But I'm telling you, you've got it all wrong as usual.
You're denying all knowledge of it?
Well, of course I am. Aren't you trying to kill me with all this nonsense, eh?
Well, at least you'll have more stories to paddle back on Fresno Street, won't you? Now, we're going to need you to testify again. And you, Mr. De Russo and Mr. De Rossi, I'm sure you'll cooperate, won't you? Do we have any choice? We are in a big trouble, eh, capo?
That's quite enough. Dilatory chatter. Proceed with the testimony. What does he have to say then, eh? What do you have to say, my friend? The inspector and the identification revisited.
The man who claimed to be an inspector that day, I was definitely not this man. It's alright to see. You think we would forget these grand lips, eh?
Maybe it's just Botox.
I never leave Fresno Street, all right? I have no interest in any red-headed league. I'm all alone in the world, me. I've no kinfolk or nothing. Why would I be involved in something like that? Huh? Just look at me, eh? Does it look like I could carry off a disguise with a face like this?
It would certainly appear that we have the wrong man.
What have I been telling you, eh? There was no need for this pointless testimony. That's right, I'm just a simple bladdler.
No, I was still speaking French.
That's right, I'm just a simple peddler, remember? Fresno Street's all I know. Now would I have come by police inspector's identification book, eh?
I can do this really well on this side, but not on the... how do I do... Wait, can I even... on this side? On the, I can't do the other side. This side is easier for some reason.
Well, yes, that's hard to explain, but...
A brief cross-examination, I think, counsel. Very brief.
Maybe this should be the thumbnail. Isn't there anyone in this courtroom who thinks I might be onto something?
I stand steadfastly at your side as always, Mr. Naruhodo. What am I doing? I'm just doing this thing with my lips.
It's one of my skills. That and a belly roll. I can roll my belly like a belly dancer. It's like a wave. I'm not going to do it now because that's weird. The inspector and the identification... Unless maybe have I already done that on stream? Maybe I have. I don't know.
The man who claimed to be an inspector that day was definitely not this man. I mean, oh yeah, this man. It's right to see. You think we would forget these grand lips, eh?
I never leave Fresno.
Oh, wait. We just did this. I need to press them. That's what we need to do.
How are you sure about that?
So you say. But how can you be quite so certain? There's no need to hurt your hands on the desk, monsieur. Surely the reason is obvious, no? Because I have never before seen lips like this.
Nevertheless, there's a clear red mark around Mr. Gossip's neck. And it looks very much like that left behind. It looks very much like that left behind on the neck of your colleague. What? And it looks very much like that left behind on the neck of your colleague by your prized collar. That's the sentence.
Mon Dieu, with your words. It is like you're trying to wring my neck. It does look very much like my neck, though, eh?
No, this is a birthmark, lad. The biggest lips in London and a neck to die for. Aye, they broke me the mold when they made me.
For the first time in my life, I feel lucky to have been born with red hair.
And I thought being Japanese made you stand out in London.
So you maintain that you've never seen this man before?
Oui, c'est ça. I swear to it by the flame of my hair.
So fierce pride has outgrown the frustration with your hair now, has it?
It's right to see. You think we would forget these grand lips, eh?
Well, yes. I don't imagine I'll forget those lips in a hurry either.
And that is what I am saying. For some reason, it makes me want to eat. How did Fabian call it? An eclair. Oh, I'd love an eclair. You know, I've never seen the hair as black as yours before either.
Likewise. I'd never seen red hair like yours until I came to Britain.
See? Maybe it's a national trait, eh? Maybe all the people from this man's country have the grand lips. No, lad, I was born right here on Fresno Street. No, I've never left.
Uffa! What is uffa? Is that an Italian expression? Our resident Italian, La Minorina, do they say uffa? Uffa?
Uffa. And that is the problem, see?
So you definitely didn't go to the park on Lime Street that day, Mr. Gossip. Uffa is kind of like, ugh. Yeah, that makes sense. Is it like, uffa? I haven't heard that much Italian, I suppose. Uffa. Now,
How many times do you want me to say it, eh? I never leave Fresno Street, all right? I've no interest in any red-headed league.
so, you'd heard of the Red-Headed League, had you?
You don't get a name like Gossip for nothing, It's my business to know what's going off in town. Oh? I thought I tasted too bit of fare for you redheads that came past me. Just between us, either way, you gonna sound you to cough up for it?
Well, he does have a very red nose, if that counts. Huh. He does also wear a scarf. Maybe it was Sandwich. Who knows?
But as you can see, my own hair's not got a hint of red in it. And in any case, Fresno Street's my patch. You won't catch me sliding off to some other part of town.
No, sure, not likely. Okay, so here's something there. Mr. de Rousseau. Oi. Oui? Did Mr. Gossip's words just now lead you to remember something relevant? Perhaps? Maybe? It was the other day when I was looking for a place near the park, a small house or something, to be the headquarters of your Red-Headed League. Yes? I visited an housing agent on Lime Street and there I saw him. This man was paying money to the agent.
You know what?
Mr. Gossip? With a housing aid? If he can afford a house, why can't I? He just tells gossip. Maybe that's telling. Talking about gossip brings you lots of money, right? Maybe I just need to talk about drama on the YouTube. Maybe that's how I make the money. Just talk about drama. All the drama that happens. Talking about drama. It isn't far off, is it? The latest YouTube drama that I've seen, because I watch like fitness YouTube. I don't know if y'all watch fitness YouTube, but there's a whole drama with what was this guy's name? I forgot, what is it? Farhat. Hussein Farhat or something. Because he like lied about taking steroids and then he pretended like he didn't lie or something, and it's all very messy. But that's the latest drama that I followed. And That's always what happens. There's like a drama that happens, and then all these people make videos about it, and then they blow up because they made a video about the drama, and they made a really good video about that. So, yeah, talking about drama makes you money, doesn't it? It's a little sad, but it's true. Anyway.
He had some kind of contract in his hand and they were clearly discussing terms, huh?
But no. You're mistaken, John. I've never left Fresno Street, me, like I said before. You've mistaken me for someone else, someone with the same face.
No, the capo is right. I remember it too. He was paying the man with the banknotes. With notes.
Like I said, it wasn't me.
I was curious why this man with the dirty clothes had so much money. So I looked at the name on the papers.
What? And what name was written? How could he... Mr. Gossip? How could he look at the papers? How did he get that close?
No, this man, he lies. He tells you that he has no name. But in fact...
It's Huge Bone? Hugh Boone? This actually shocks me. I did not see this coming at all. I did not see this coming. What a twist.
Huge Bone, eh? He's better than Mr. Gossip, eh?
No.
So this... It was his room. That means the room was his, right? The one that he was murdered in. First we have Assman, now we have Huge Bone.
I'm a peddler of tidbits of information, like I said on Fresno Street, and that's that. I don't much like folk talking about my personal life.
Maybe I'll do... Which thumbnail is better? The other one or this one? Y'all can vote either for Huge Bone or for the Kazuma one. Two choices. Right, back to it. Indeed. Kazuma. I kind of feel like I've been sometimes playing a bit around with this, you know, what thumbnails you do. And I think whenever Kazuma or Baroque is on it, it does get more clicks. Are you all that simple, YouTube? You just see your beautiful Kazuma or Baroque and then you click on it, innit? I guess it does work, doesn't it? Maybe I should... No, never mind. I'm going to stop talking. I don't need to always say everything that's in my head. It's a good lesson for life, for anyone. Y'all don't... You don't always have to say everything that comes into your head. It's just how things are. Nope. Sometimes I start talking and then I'm like, oh my God, I shouldn't have said this or something. So I'm just stopping myself before.
And it's not the intention of the court to invade the privacy of witnesses. Very well. I shall respect your wishes, sir. The aforementioned name shall be redacted from all court records of this trial, assuming no objections.
Oh, one objection. Isn't that a... Does that ever happen? That he goes like,
Assuming no objection.
objection! I'm sorry, my lord, but the defense does object. Because the name just mentioned has very deep significance to this case.
Good gracious. Do you similarly object, Prosecutor Azogi?
As it happens, my lord, that particular name has already been mentioned during today's proceedings. Do you not remember? That's the room that was rented, right? That's Huge Bones' room.
Well, I never. In what capacity?
Oh, Santa doesn't have good memory.
Huge Bone. The name of the leaseholder of the room.
Let me put this very simply. The victim's body was discovered in your rented room. Yeah, you're not trustworthy anymore. I'm sorry.
I suggest, sir, that you start talking.
Ooh! It was actually a closer race than we thought, 65% for Kazuma. All right, we'll do Kazuma. Fine. Fine. Big surprise. Kazuma won against Huge Bone. Maybe we should have made that vote. Huge Bone versus Kazuma. No. We don't need to do another vote. Everything's fine.
Well, all right. I suppose that might be the case.
Why does he stand so weird? So your real name is Huge Bone?
I don't quite know how to respond to this. Well, just between us, I don't like to blow my own trumpet, but there's no finer peddler of tidbits in town.
The jokes just write themselves, don't they? Huge Bone doesn't like to blow his own trumpet. Why?
So I happen to be able to afford a grubby little room and a falling down backstreet townhouse.
You do?
It's not my fault. I'm innocent. I didn't do any of that.
And once every 6 months, I go and pay rent to the agent on Lime Street. I remember now. There were 2 vulgar redheads in there last time.
Aye, neither was it vulgar, it's not to me. Think again, Peppino.
Why didn't you bring this up before?
It's like I told you already. I don't like talking about my personal life. I'm a tidbit peddler as far as everyone else is concerned. No fuss.
You will update your testimony to include this most surprising revelation. Mr. Bone?
If I must.
So the leaseholder Scotland Yard has been looking for since the body was discovered has been under our noses all along.
I rent the room where that fellow was found. It's true. For what difference it makes?
It makes a lot of difference. So, you live in that room, presumably, do you?
No, I don't live there. What do you think? There's no bed, is there? Just a desk.
Then why would you want to rent it?
Well, I don't think I should have to say, really.
Then how about the notice board in there? Which was covered from top to bottom in confidential documents only the police should have had access to.
No. That board's not mine. The inspector must have brought it along. It's only the other bits and bobs that belong to me. The desk and the chair and that.
People don't generally carry enormous notice boards around with them. The real question is, why was Inspector Gregson killed in there? In your room?
Well, obviously, I've not the faintest idea. I mean, it's causing me no end of bother, to be honest. It's quite bothersome. Being fucking caught for ages. You know, it's just not the kind of thing you'd like to do on a... whatever day of the week it is today, I forgot.
It seems to me that Mr. Mr. Bone would rather as little is known about his room as possible for some reason. Yes, it does come across that way. And more importantly, knowing that the scene of the crime is actually his room completely changes things. It does indeed. I don't know if we can trust his testimony anymore. In particular, there's one part of his testimony that's really bothering me now. That's how I'm finally going to undo this man. Ooh, it's a bit dark, Ryunosuke. You gonna undo him?
I'm all alone in the world, me off no kinfolk or nothing. Why would I be involved in something like that?
Yeah, you hold it. You mean you have no family?
No, none at all. I spend all my days on Fresno Street peddling tidbits to passers-by. Hoping just between us that this is that eventually someone else with lips like mine will come along. I don't think so. You may be right.
Anyway, that mark on your neck is just too much of a coincidence for us to ignore.
Well, what's a fella to do then, eh? If you don't believe me, we are at an impasse. And there's nothing I can do but flick my lip. Me.
It looks like I'm not going to get anywhere here unless I can produce some proof.
You're basically saying I got dressed up and posed as some fancy inspector, aren't you? Well, it's beyond me how you think I could do that. Just look at me, does he look like I could carry off a disguise with a face like this?
Oh wait, let me just press. Maybe you could say with a mustache or a beard to cover up that lip?
Perhaps. But if I was going to stick some fake facial hair on to cover up this fine specimen, I'd end up looking like his lordship over there, wouldn't I? What?
Oh.
Arden? I assure you my lips are entirely unremarkable. And I would ask you not to cast such scrutinizing looks in my direction, Counsel.
Sorry, my lord. My imagination got the better of me there. Well, Inspector Gregson did wear a mustache, of course. You're right, he did. So perhaps he was hiding something himself.
He could barely have hidden a crumb in a mustache of that size.
And, anyways, the detective we spoke with had no facial hair at all. See, the capo is right. He was a clean-shaven. Or if he was clean-shaven, then it also is likely not to have been... Because I'm like... Unless maybe it was Sandwich and that beard of his is fake. Because he's hiding his neck. But then again, she's also hiding her neck. He's hiding his neck. He's hiding his neck. They're all hiding their necks. They're all hiding their necks.
It certainly seems beyond the realms of possibility that this witness could have disguised himself as the victim.
Yeah, it does and it is.
Wait, but the person that they imprisoned was clean-shaven, right? Oh, okay, but then the lip would have been... Yeah, okay. That's the extent of the testimony, is it? What's your feeling, Mr. Naruhodo? Well, what Mr. Bone says is undeniable. It would be all but impossible to hide those lips with any form of disguise. Perhaps yes, but nevertheless, the mark around his neck is equally undeniable. And it's identical to the one that Mr. De Rossi suffered. Yes, that's true. But why does this whole disguise idea just keep playing on my mind?
Okay, I need to pee again. So, and then we're gonna solve this. And I only have one life, but I don't need more than that because I'm a good grain gamer, pro brain person, very nice brain stuff. Kadoosh. And we're back. We're back into the game. Oh, I actually realized I don't have so much static left. I wonder if that'll last me. I really like this camera. It's nice. Nice camera. Makes me more happy. Makes me happy to have a good camera. Anyway, so what do we have? What have we got? No, I see. Oops, got to go. Shall see you in another one as well. In another bajillion years. Have a great life forever. What? Where are you going? Are you going away for a bajillion years? Noah CGC? That is so many years. Oh, actually, it's none because it's not a real word. All right, what evidence do we have? So, it's likely gonna be... I rent the room. Okay, what difference does it make? I think it makes a lot of difference, and we should point it out. So there's a bloody handprint. What difference does it make? He rents out the room to buy his time of death. Where did it say huge bone? Where's the lease? Where did we read the lease thing? Do we have that as evidence? We have the dismissal note. Aiding and abetting. No, this is something else. Where did we read that? Did that just come up as testimony, or do we have that as evidence somewhere? It was only through dialogue. Okay, yeah. Must be, because otherwise they would be here, right? Does this change something? I mean, it feels like it changes something. The fact that this is his room. Wait, does it say anything about huge bone on here? Paper out of interest. Most renowned newspaper. No, it just talks about the red-headed leak. No, so not this. I've already looked in this. This is just Gregson's identification. What other stuff are they saying? I'm all alone and I've no kinfolk or nothing. Why would I be involved in something like that? Does it look like I could carry off a disguise with a face like this? What do they... Is it right? You think we would forget these grand lips? Factor that day was definitely not this man. Huh. What else do we have? It's not here. She doesn't have huge lips. Letter of introduction. Card and harsh reprimand. There's nothing else in here. There's not like a second mustache or something like that. And I've pressed on everything, haven't I? I've pressed on every... I've pressed on everything, haven't I? I think I've pressed on everything. I'm quite sure. Now I just have to do some solving. That's what I thought. stating that death was instant, resulting from a bullet shot at close range. A plan of the small room in the building. A plan of small room in the building of flats. And the body of the victim was... well... well, the difference... it says it... what difference does it make? But isn't the difference... as in, like, it's his room. Why was Gregson even in there? Isn't that the question? Like, you have not explained this. Or has he explained it in here and I forgot? So, you live in that room. No, I don't live there. Then, why would you want to rent it? I don't think I should have to say. How about the notice board? That's confusing. No, that... so he's saying that's not his? So why was Inspector even there? Oh, why was Inspector Grissom killed there in your room? And he says, well, obviously I have not the faintest idea. Would rather more than knowing that the scene of the crime is actually his room completely changes things. In particular, there's one part of his testimony that's really bothering me now. Right. So it's clearly one of his... ah, I know now. The picture.
Objection.
Don't even need to save. If you have no kinfolk, as you put it, then explain why it is that among the sparse furnishings, we found this photograph in the room. Hold on. Wait. He's 40. Is this daily vigil? Just with a fake lip or something? Does he have the same eyebrows? No, he looks very different. I don't know. I don't know. Something's off about this guy. He's got like a weird nose, weird lips. It's like it's all like stuck on or something like that. I presume, as you've been renting the room, that this photograph belongs to you, does it not?
Well...
Mr. Bone, drop the pretense and tell the court exactly who you really are.
I don't know what do you mean? I'm a peddler. I keep telling you so. You don't need to bother me with please just leave it alone.
Yeah, I don't trust him. I think his hair looks like a wig. I think his lip looks fake. I think his nose looks fake. Everything's fake.
As the man says, leave it alone.
Excuse me?
Whatever the truth is about this man's life, it has no bearing on this case.
Shut up, Kazuma, you goddamn traitor.
Because it's simply not possible that he impersonated Inspector Gregson.
Objection.
Yeah. How can you be so sure?
Just look at the man. No amount of disguise could ever hide those unmissable features.
But what if we were to look at this the other way around?
What do you mean?
Yes, counsel. Was I on the right track?
What do you mean?
Well,
There's no denying that Mr. Bones' lip is very prominent indeed. But what if that is the disguise? But consider the possibility that his prominent lip itself is part of an elaborate disguise. I have the eye of foresight, the third eye of truth, the wisdom given to me from beyond the beyond. And I know what happens in every moment. And I shall buy a scratch lottery ticket later today, maybe, just so I can win the $1 million that I deserve. Yes, the mark of foretelling. I know it all. Today's lottery numbers are 7, 15, 25, 9, and 2. Did I say 9 twice? I don't know. Then hiding that prominent feature, in other words, revealing his true faith. Face? His face, not faith, would make an utterly impenetrable disguise. What numbers did I say? I kind of forgot already. Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Huge Bone?
Good, witness. Are you still hiding the truth from this court?
What does the bone say? What does the bone say?
If that's a disguise, then underneath it, his true identity must be.
Yes, that's right. There's really only one person he could really be. It's the husband. My lord, the defense believes it can reveal Mr. Bones' true identity to the court.
No. Please. No.
Very well then, counsel.
Cut off his lip. I mean, what is... Oh, am I going to be brave and not save? I'm just going to do it.
Take that!
Your real name is actually Mr. Vigil, isn't it? Mr. Daily Vigil. And I don't need to save for that.
I don't recall that name, counsel. Who is this Mr. Vigil?
It's a name I've encountered yesterday, my lord. It's a very interesting name. It starts with V and ends with Jill. It has to do with a certain client of Mr. Herlock Sholmes. A young gentlewoman came to the detective asking him to locate her missing husband. The woman in this photograph, in fact. This is Mrs. Vigil.
What?
Oh yeah, you're all confused now, are you, Kazuma? Because you don't know what the fuck you're doing. Told me that his identity wasn't relevant and all that shit. Go back to school, yo. You don't know what you're doing. You should go back into your box. From what I understand, you haven't returned home since the night before the inspector was found dead.
Mm-hmm.
But of course, on that night, you were being held captive by the two red-headed league men. And last night, you were put up by the prosecution service in preparation for testifying in this trial.
What?
Oh. Because we'd been led to believe that you, Miss Venus, and Mr. Sandwich were all homeless. Being important witnesses in this case, we needed to know where we could find you, of course. And that explains why you've not only been unable to return home, but also unable to contact your wife. Because there's no WhatsApp. That's right. Not even Facebook Messenger. Yeah. Who's been not even SMS? Do people here know SMS? Do people here know that you used to have to pay for every SMS that you send? Every text that you send was like 19p or something like that. Jesus. Remember the times? We're all old. Okay, great. It's not just me.
Oh, thank God. Who's been beside herself with worry waiting for you at the vigil residence? Oh, you know, I can show you all one game that I've been playing sometimes lately on my iPhone. This is going to be fun. Like, you can't see it because it's the green screen. But can you tell what this is? I have this on my iPhone. It's Snake. I have Snake on my iPhone. You can play it like that. See? Maybe I should stream playing Snake sometime. I can probably... How would I do that? Can I like screen share my phone or something? And then we can just have a chat while I play Snake. I get it to make score every time. Anyway, back to the game. No. Wait, what I'm talking about? Really? Wait, what did you just say?
No, you just hold on a minute. I don't have the first idea.
What I'm talking about? Really? So what is this lip of yours? And Ryunosuke goes and pulls it off. It's a simple enough matter to confirm my suspicions. All we have to do is pull off that disguise. Oh, this is really scary now. It is really scary now. What if it's all wrong? No, it's not, because we've deduced and it's all correct.
No. Please.
Why doesn't he want it to be revealed? What's going on? What has he done?
Bailiff, bring soap, a sponge, and a wash bowl at once.
Oh dear. Out of context, that is really not a good thing to hear.
Mr. de Rousseau and Mr. de Rossi, you will restrain the witness.
Wait, why is he asking the other witnesses to restrain the witness?
Oui, my lord. Si, my lord.
No, knock it off, please. Don't.
Well, there he is. Oh, he's so pretty. Why would you want to hide that pretty face of yours? Oh, we're gonna have to find a new voice now, do we? You have a moment where he returns from this.
Well, we are now seeing your true features, I presume. Lift your head, sir, so the court can see your face. It would appear that the defense counsel's assertion was entirely correct. This has all been a very elaborate deception. So, witnesses, tell the court, have you seen this man before?
I don't believe it, but... See, there is no question. This is the inspector we saw in the park.
Extraordinary. I am so surprised.
Not. On the day of the Red-Headed League enrollment, the man claiming to be Inspector Gregson who appeared before Mr. de Rousseau and Mr. de Rossi in the park was you, disguised as the inspector. Or rather, was you posing as the inspector in no disguise at all? Mr. Vigil was formerly employed as the chief warder at Barclay Prison.
The chief warder? Then your career had promise. Why? Why, you would quite possibly have become the future governor of the prison. What on earth have you been doing peddling tittle-tattle on Fresno Street?
Well, it's been 10 years since Mr. Vigil worked at the prison. 10 years? Oh, so he was fired, and then he was pretending to his wife that he's still employed, but actually he was fired because he's not capable, and instead he was selling tidbits peddlers on the street as a disguised person, and now it's all coming out, and he feels like a loser and a liar, and he is so ashamed. Tragic. But he is not involved in the murder. I can tell he's innocent. Dismissed! But first we will hear his story.
I'm really dreadfully sorry about all of this. Yes, it's true. I am Daily Vigil.
And you were the chief warder at Barclay Prison 10 years ago? So, where did Mr. Hugebone come from?
Bone is the other me. It's a name I invented.
Well, evidently there's a great deal under the surface here.
I'll explain everything. I'll tell you just how wretched my life has become. As you say, it was 10 years ago now that my employment as Barclay's chief warder came to an end. Having left the prison service, I searched for some new occupation by which to earn a wage. The times were hard in London, and I found no suitable engagements at all. In desperation one day, I turned my hand at selling wares on Fresno Street.
But your wife appears to know nothing of this. She still maintains that you are the chief warder at Barclay Prison.
I was utterly determined that my wife should not know of my failings, which is why I've never told her. I opened an account at the bank under the name of Hugebone, and I rented the cheapest room I could find on Fresno Street.
The scene of the very crime we are investigating.
Yes, that's right. A place from which I could emerge every morning at 8 as a squalid peddler, and transform myself back every evening at 5 into a well-dressed man about town before returning home. That quickly became my daily routine.
Daily giggity. His daily vigil, even. I was puzzled by the lack of furniture in your room. But that explains it. Furniture is its own character in this whole thing, isn't it? Why on earth didn't you just tell us this in the first place? Drabber just taking everyone's furniture.
They took my furniture, so no one else should have any furniture either.
I have a wife, sir, and 2 sons. And without wishing to sound self-conceited, they regard me with some pride. I can't bring myself to disappoint them.
So instead, you decided to conceal your occupation from them.
Yes. Oh, I've made such a terrible mess of everything.
Still, one thing doesn't add up. No matter how many tidbits of information you could sell to passing gentlemen, even at 6p apiece, you couldn't hope to match the salary you must have commanded as chief warder at the prison.
Very true. To have kept your family in comfort despite 10 years of somewhat misbegotten employment.
That was all thanks to Inspector Gregson. Gasp? What? Inspector Gregson? What on earth? He was helping him? It was some years after I'd invented a bone and begun my... Hold on, I'm gonna snooze this ad. Let's just snooze it once. It was some years after I'd invented bone and begun my other life as a street seller. He, the inspector that is, recognized me one day.
Do you mean to say the victim was an acquaintance of yours?
I knew him from my time working at the prison. When he saw what I'd become, he was deeply troubled for me and my family. And from that day forward, he visited me on Fresno Street with increasing regularity. Then one day, he asked me if I would carry out a secret assignment for him. A secret? What was it? I was to impersonate the inspector. What? Impersonate him? We always met in that little room so the inspector could brief me. Oh, is that the last voice of... Oh, thanks for the follow, Xmedia6. Would this be Gregson?
Oh,
What does Gregson sound like again? It's been a while.
London, it was a bit lower, wasn't it? Hey, I'll visit Orkseys tomorrow and take a statement from the proprietress.
It was always something along those lines. Surveillance work, interviewing people. On those occasions, he would lend me his identification so people would believe who I was. My instructions were to make an impression, to let people know that Inspector Gregson had been at work. There's a Hungarian word? Wait, which word is Hungarian? What happened? What Hungarian word? The only Hungarian word? What word was Hungarian? I want to know. Did I just say it? Oh, orcs. Hungarian. So what's that? Is that like orcs? Orcs? It's not like there's in Czech you have this sound as like sh. It's not like that, is it? Orksi. I don't know how to pronounce that. And for those services, he compensated me financially.
The Scotland Yard inspector willingly relinquished his identification into your care with the intent to deceive?
Ortsi. Ortsi.
That, as I'm sure and I need not point out, is a very serious criminal offense.
But why? What was the point of you impersonating him?
I truthfully do not know. All I can say is that the inspector warned me on numerous occasions.
Now remember, Vigil, I need your solemn word. You don't blab about this to anyone, all right? Ever. Even if, well, if I end up at Croker.
Wow. Okay. So even if the thing that happened, he shouldn't be doing what he's doing now. In time, he started to bring papers with him to the room as well. It became something of a second office for him. So, in fact, the person who declared himself to be Inspector Gregson at the park on Lime Street was really Yes. It was me, acting on the inspector's orders. As usual, I removed my bone disguise and then went as instructed to the park, armed with the inspector's identification book. It never occurred to me that the bruise on my neck might give me away. Wow. Wow. I'm shocked. Utterly shocked. I did not see this coming. I mean, it had to connect in some way, I suppose. So it's not that surprising, but still somewhat shocking. Well, it would seem this confession. Oh, fuck you. Completely destroys the defense's case. What?
Explain yourself, Prosecutor Asogi.
My learned friend's assertion was as follows. The victim was killed at another location on the day before his corpse was discovered. At the hands of these two red-headed league men when they imprisoned the inspector. I think we got an ad coming in, just so you know. But no, that can't be. After all, it wasn't the inspector who went to the park that day, it was me. Wait, what was the assertion? The victim was killed at another occasion. The hands? Right, so I'm asserting that it was... But just because they imprisoned this guy here doesn't mean they couldn't have killed Inspector Gregson. Oh, goodness. Finally, we have clarity alors, eh? We had nothing to do with the murder of the inspector. And merci, Monsieur de la Défense, for proving it. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Order! 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 Indeed, it would appear that we have reached a de facto conclusion of sorts. These witnesses had no involvement in the murder of the victim, as proven, somewhat ironically, by the defense. I hereby call an end to the cross-examination.
Really? Oh.
Hold it!
Thank you. Is it Kazuma himself contradicting himself now? Pardon me, my lord, but with your permission, I would like to pose one further question to the witness. Kazuma?
What question, counsel?
It concerns the events of 10 years ago. I believe you would have been present at a very significant execution that was carried out at the time. 10 years ago? The execution of the professor, Genshin Asogi. I want to know exactly what your involvement was. Oh. Answer me, man.
One moment, counsel. Is this related to the current case?
Naturally. It is the prosecution's belief that this case and the events of 10 years ago are inextricably linked.
Does the defense concur, counsel?
Kazuma, you're not yourself. You're not as calm and collected as usual.
Kazuma-sama. No wonder he's acting this way.
Oh, she's like defending him no matter what.
Mr. Vigil's memories of what happened 10 years ago would tell the tale of Genshin Asogi's last moments. His own father.
I know.
I do understand that. I'm not a fucking idiot. But even so...
Prosecutor Asogi. Do you genuinely believe that this question requires an answer in order to learn the truth behind Inspector Gregson's death? I need you to trust me. Please. Very well. Then the defense has no objection.
I see. In that case, you will answer the question, witness.
The truth is, I remember very little of that time.
You've forgotten?
I'm sorry to say. Yes. As I said, I resigned from my role at the prison 10 years ago. But for some peculiar reason, my memory of the events leading up to that moment is extremely hazy.
Does that not strike you as strange, Mr. Naruhodo?
Sorry?
Well, 10 years is a long time. But to have forgotten the reason why he left such an important job.
Yes, you're right. And not only that, Mr. Vigil's claim contradicts what we already know. The human spirit is a fragile thing. It's broken all too easy, which is why we have a tendency to wrap it up for protection.
Sorry? The human spirit? I'm afraid I don't understand what you mean.
When we experience pain and suffering that we feel unable to bear, we block it out, obliterate it from our memories, seal it away. But it never truly leaves us. If the seal is broken, the memories resurface, and when they do, that fragile spirit may finally be crushed.
But I really don't. Kazuma-sama. Kazuma-sama.
You're allowed to return for a moment. But if it must be crushed, then so be it. Because the truth will not stay buried. It's coming out. One way or another. I don't know if this is a permanent release. But for now, he's swayed me. Look, he's like... Oh, Susato is not even visible. They're so stacked. A stack of tsums. Right. Now I understand. It's clear what his intentions are. He means to expose the truth. At any cost. Perhaps, if I pointed out the contradiction in what Mr. Vigil claimed earlier, it might cause some crucial memories to return to him. But should I? Should I present the evidence or not? What are we doing? Am I doing this now or do I do this next week? I am kind of curious. But also, is this going to open a whole new chapter? Alright, fine, let's do it. I have no idea how this is going to go. But this is a court of law. And I have a duty to pursue the truth. But I'm not going to do much longer. If this is going to be like another half hour or 2 hours or whatever, then you know, let's see. Let's see where we find a good closing point. Mr. Vigil, I'd like you to look at this. Evidence that clearly contradicts your version of events. Okay, I am going to have to save though, aren't I? I only have 1 life left. I've already done so much presenting with that 1 life. Evidence that clearly contradicts your version of events. Is it the clock? Hold on. What is his version of events? So his version of events is that he was instructed by Gregson to go to that... Would it be the wig on him? Why is the wig on him? Because the wig ended up on him.
Take that!
It must be that. Because if he had gone, if it is how he says, then the wig, he would have had the wig. Right? That's what my brain is saying. I don't know, maybe this is wrong. No, this isn't it. Okay, what am I doing? Okay. Okay, fine, this isn't it. What do you mean to do? The way you're looking at me? He claims that he resigned from his job at the prison all those years ago. Oh, so he didn't... Right, so he didn't resign, he was fired. He was fired.
Take that!
Just a few moments ago, he made the following statement. I resigned. What exactly does it say on here, actually? Harsh? Yeah, it was a harsh remand. That's what it was. Relieved of his post with immediate effect for having violated clause 132. Aiding and abetting the escape from this prison. Oh. I believe. So did he help? Who did he help escape? Did he help Genshin Asogi escape? I resigned from my role at the prison 10 years ago. Is what he said.
Oh, well, yes.
In other words, you claim to have left the post of Chief Warder of your own volition.
Well, yes. Of course. Why?
Tell me. Do you remember seeing this document before?
No. No, I don't.
This is a dismissal note. A dismissal notice ordering the immediate termination of a prison staff member's employment. A dismissal notice? And the name on the notice is yours, Mr. Vigil.
What? What? It's mine?
So you didn't resign from the prison service at all? For some reason, you were dismissed as chief warder from Berkeley.
No, there's been some mistake. I'm sure. I'm sure I tendered my resignation. This dismissal notice is nonsense.
Oh, and he passes out. Isn't it? Is it? Oh my god. If you were forcibly dismissed, there must have been good reason. Clearly, you did something. And now my face isn't even visible with all these tums. I'm gonna just put it to the side. How about that? Mr. Vigil.
It's time to break the seal and have you remember.
What? Is he gonna make him piss? Break the seal? He says break the seal. Not that. It's a different seal. According to the few remaining records. Well, that's a thing, right? To break the seal. Wait. Didn't we, in the D&D I did yesterday, we killed a bunch of seal zombies, or zombie seal babies, actually. According to the few remaining records. Oh, they were otters. I'm so sorry. Thank you, Elsie. They were otters. They were literally otters. Because we had the otter Mia Mama of the baby otter zombies. The zombie otter Mia Mama of the baby otters. Baby zombie otters. It's all very confusing. The final execution that you supervised was on 17th June, 10 years ago. Also, zombie seagulls. That's right. They made me bold. And thanks for the first time chat. A silly. A silly. Is that what it is? Is it a silly? I don't know. If it's not, then I think it should be. And on that day, something very serious took place at Barclay Prison. 17th of June? Was that the professor's execution? Professor?
As you were the chief warder at the time, it stands to reason that you would have been present throughout the proceedings.
It does sound familiar.
And yet, that execution never took place.
What?
The convict, ostensibly executed earlier that day, later re-emerged from his grave.
So he helped him escape. Is that what's happened? The convict came back to life? In the cemetery, in the middle of the night, there was a witness. My iPhone book says, however, the witness claims that a moment after he saw the convict clambering out of his grave, a gunshot rang out from over his shoulder, and the bullet pierced the professor's chest, killing him instantly. Those may have been the professor's actual last moments. Yes. Yes.
Seeing as you were in charge of overseeing executions at the time, you must know the truth about what really happened. It's in your head, somewhere deep down. Well, Chief Warder Daily Vigil, I know there are memories in your head that can explain what happened on 17th June 10 years ago. And now it's time for you to drag them up.
Mr. Vigil. Yes. The whole prison, it was complete chaos. The prisoner escaped. He was killed in the cemetery. The shocking news ripped through Barclay like a hurricane. What? What?
Order. 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 Do you mean to say, Mr. Vigil, that your memories of the time have returned?
My head, it's... It's like some floodgates have been opened. The images, screams. Oh my goodness. The papers? There were reports, articles about a man who'd seen a ghost. Yes. Enoch Treba.
But surely those reports were exaggerated.
There were traces at the scene. Traces of what? Locate cemetery. At plot number 139, lots of blood. That's where the man was buried, of course. Obviously, something terrible had happened there.
The depths of conspiracy and depravity from which this tale is emerging are quite staggering.
I've reviewed the police records from that time extensively. A thorough investigation was conducted by Scotland Yard to ascertain how the convict managed to escape in the first place. And the conclusion reached by the investigating team was that a member of the prison staff must have been involved.
Are you suggesting that a prison warder abetted the man's bid for freedom?
Yes, and I was suspected of doing it. Of using that mass murderous execution as a way to help him escape.
You did what?
I remember now. The horror of it all is coming back to me. One evening, a few days after the execution, some detectives came to the prison. I was called to the governor's office at the top of the watchtower.
He's Scottish, wasn't he?
I'm sorry, Daly. This is a serious business. This is serious business, but I can't help you know. As chief warder, you were responsible for overseeing the execution of 4, eh? Well, it seems the fellas at Scotland Yard want you to have a few wee words with you about it. You'd better pack your things, laddie. You're to attend in person, not in prison.
As soon as he told me that, my mind just went completely blank. And the next thing I knew, I... The professor, the most hated killer in our country's history. And I let him escape. I'm finished. My life is over.
Oh, dearie me.
Order, bailiff! Fetch a doctor at once!
Oh, the drama.
The drama.
Court is adjourned for today with immediate effect.
So, with Mr. Vigil's collapse, proceedings came to an abrupt end for the day.
I don't even remember voicing this.
Once again overshadowed by the legacy of that notorious killer, appearing like a cursed ghost ship on a foggy ocean. Lord Van Zeeks, Mr. Vigil, Kazuma, and Gregson. All of them bound by invisible chains anchored to the same wreckage in the murky depths of the past. But the miraculous light that had been trying to cut through the gloom and shine on those tragic events,
So dramatic.
was playing on the edges of the truth at last.
The edges of the truth. Didn't even remember this. I think because it was voiced, but without any video footage, it was kind of like a bit out of context for me, I think, when I voiced it. Oh, look at that. We made it to another wonderful bit, didn't we? And we can save our progress. We can do that. And then I think that is a lovely finish off point, isn't it? And we can continue at exactly that point next week. Wait, I should actually have another scene rather than always moving this. I should add a scene. Hold on, scene, and then can I not copy everything over? Can I select all of this and copy it? Hold on. Let me just do something real quick. Ta-da! And I've reappeared. And then in this scene, I can hold on. Where is it? Where's this one? No, wait. Cancel. What do I want? I want this one. That's what I want. And can go over here, and I can be big. Be big. Be big, Mark. All right, we're fading. Wait, are we still here? I'm still here, right? This was excellent. I really enjoyed this. No, this was a lovely bit of the game, and I really enjoyed this today. Yes, and like I said, I think so. I'm thinking. What am I thinking? I haven't really made any plan, but I think I'll do another stream this week. I don't know if it'll be Wednesday or Thursday or something. Maybe I'll randomly pop on. We can do some Jackbox games. Maybe I'll play another game. I'll have to do some thinking. Now that I'm unemployed, I'll have to do some thinking and planning on what I do with my time. Maybe Jackbox games we can play, or maybe I'll do another game. I don't know. I'll figure it out. And let me have a look, and I'll follow my Discord. Join my Discord if you're not already in my Discord, and then that'll be like the quickest, and I'll tell everyone. And what else? Is there something else? Can't really think of anything now. But today was a lot of fun. And I don't know, my brain is like fried now. I don't know why. I don't know what I wanted to say. But it's going to be impossible to moderate. What have you all played Jackbox on streams before? Cursed worms. Wait, what did you say, cursed worms? It's going to be impossible to moderate. Wait, where was the thing before? Why is it impossible to moderate? Is that what happens with Jackbox games? Is it really mad? How many people do you play Jackbox games with? I don't really know. Jackbox with this chat is gonna have interesting answers. I don't even know what the game is. It's rather suggestive. I literally have no clue how. I don't even know what it is. So it would be completely me, like, literally playing it for the very first time. So I have no idea. But we'll figure it out. So Kazuma is for now, because he's gone through so much difficult emotion. He's been allowed to be out of gay baby jail for the moment. I'm the most chaotic one. Marizienne, I can't believe you just said that. Why would you say that? I, chaos? Chaos, I not chaos. Chaos, not I. I don't even know chaos. I don't know what you're talking about. I would never be chaotic. But anyway, I am going to have a little bit of food now, I think, because I'm a little bit hungry. And then I'm going to have some drinks, and then tomorrow I'm playing another board game. And that's my plan. That is all we're doing. So, thanks y'all. Today was great. I had a great time. And I hope you did too. And if you is still here on YouTube, You can leave a like. And I'm going to stop saying that. I already said this once on one stream. We don't need to overdo it. I'm not that mad. I'm not that crazy. All right. Okay, thanks. Thanks everyone. Where's the balloons? There's the balloons. Thanks everyone for a wonderful stream. And Kazumatsum is back. And I'll see you all soon. Maybe Wednesday or Thursday or Tuesday or Friday or Saturday or Sunday. Or tomorrow. I don't know. I'll figure it out. Bye.